Ebushana na Kwame Bediako aka Cheddar nani abre de denden pa say come 2024 elections no Ghana for ebeto abama no na we bedi yeso as president of the land. Na Cheddar or the notorious no ekopie mu ewo Cape Coast. Na ensam a odi asese so ho no yes ko social media amafo bebre na no omo salute no. Cheddar wa mana so ho a ebusia ensam a okan ese odi si ebekọ Kumasi no an wasan achechire mu ewo ho. Ni take on Galamseyers ekoso and the way forward. Cheddar wachechim edu IMF na Cheddar we dwalai na video wasa Kwame Nkrumah and Gaddafi ebusuan omo spirit ayeden yebekom masro wasa obehye video we midi edi Kojo Black trans GH Sandra Okwan ye online marketer or see be at home and work online ejuma we obi abetumi ayebi emfa ho se Enfa ho se woye edwuma dada wo betumi di edwuma wo ekane a wo ye dada no ehu ehia qualification bia eniti mashow na ma etwegu ewo screen so no Sandra Okwa na onche online job no ene so ewo so afide ye moru nsem no mu na Kwame Bediako aka Cheddar ono na oye the leader and founder of the new force ain omo akaka moto bi ehye omo anim no na no na Cheddar oyi otwe niti no amafo bebre no omo kyerema aden na Cheddar on commerge with Alan Kojo Chamatin and answer Sofu Chirabosom. Boba Kaikra na me the Sofu Chirabosom ni interview be brew no the ochim say. Ohu Cheddar so oye joker because e was a Cheddar. Nanka or no oba or no na ase na no de omo planning the way forward. But ohu ya na Cheddar so we ni nimsa afidi or bepre say obedi Ghana ekunwa na ohu say oh Cheddar ebusun oye joker. Now Cheddar ni interview we na ebusun was set the record straight. Is Cheddar going to merge with any political party?
I didn't come to merge with people. I believe that I came to establish what is right, a unification platform that unifies the difference between the youth, the government, and the public. The existing Joe Polly can do what they're doing, and I'm not here to complain about what they've done wrong. I'm not here to talk about their faults. I just think that as a country, we need to move forward. So I just think that we need a change. We need a change. And I'm not here to go and merge with any party because I think that with me and that party, there will be a change. If they believe in what I'm doing at some point, they're welcome to join. I'm not someone that is going to discriminate any parties. If one day some good, learned, smart, young people, vibrant people are ready to leave MPP and NDC and join this new force and see that this is the best for our country and therefore we want to support it, they're more than welcome. But I'm not here to go and join any party.
Nana Kwame Bediako aka Cheddar wa mana so kwa neno na wo san kyeremu se since I will be pie mu e wo Cape Coast no an e wo se odi nenisu ade hunu for Cape Coast odi tudwa na o kasa ne mu na no se o wo hwe sesi a Cape Coast e ho na sesi a ye history ni na ekogina castle no na everyone at Cheddar waye emotional. Wakana dwen wo pa.
Cape Coast is one of the most beautiful regions in the country. Even partly on the continent, yes, we can say so. You have the coast going around the whole region. First of all, a lot of potential in development and tourism. But I think this is the #1 educational hub, if not West Africa. For Ghana, we know for sure. Okay, you have the best of schools here. You have some of the best universities here. You know, a very well-designed and developed interchange community where people who are very much related to their history and their culture already. Apart from the castle that is around that everybody comes to see, but you know, it kind of gives me some downfall syndromes. That is one of our best.
Why?
Because why should we be so proud to show just that to the world, where we got killed and where we were molested, abused? This is what we're showing people, you know, but this is what people come to pay for, to look at us. I think we should change our mindsets of what, you know, for me, I think it's memorial, it's good, but there's so much that we can talk about historically. The things that we have done, the greatest stuff, the greatest people from the Konfanoche to the Yasantoas to the Kwame Nkrumahs to the great leaders of this country. You know, we need to talk about that. People that fought for us and gave us our rights back and pull us together and made us stronger and pull us from all the bad things that the colonial master who is trying to portray. There comes a time that we need to show people that we're made, that we're built for it, that we're prepared again, that we're rejuvenated, that we have survived, that we're born again, that we have resurrected. I think that is the kind of spirit that I'm bringing to the new society, the new Ghana, the new nation. You can't show people your weakness. If I was ever having problems with finances, I would think about how to get myself out of that and make myself better and not fall in that situation again. I would not go and tell the world that I'm broke and I need money.
So last week, Nana Kwame Bediako, aka Cheddar, ordinary Etremu ewo Ashanti region. Nano na Cheddar ode nsemi kotu dwa wo say, "Oh, sanyame na adom no bedi president I or the apple ebebe Kumasi." Nano na amanfo bebre na no omo sopa che de ye pa. Nipa ba ko a odi mu etintiman. Kevin Eko Bedu Taylor. Ene afi afofra omo so no omo ka ho. The
point that I was making is not carrying or forcing the sea into Ashanti region. I was saying to Ghanaians that the time has come that we connect all our ferries, our rivers with the sea. It's called canals. You bringing water to a place is not because you want beach where people will go and throw their rubbish in like they're doing everywhere in Ghana. I think that transportation, coastal transportation, is something huge that we're lacking in this country. And if we want speed in our development, how are we going to sit down and think that we are going to be bringing 500 of containers from Tema Harbour, 400 kilometers away from Kumasi, to develop Kumasi? And if we want to have a good economy, how would we think that if we put about 5 different plants in Kumasi for gold mining, for timber, for all sort of exploration and manufacturing, how are we going to export that out of Kumasi to other regions? Now let's look at the eastern corridor and the western corridor of this country. As I've studied these grounds very well, I'm not the type of guy that talks with degrees. I am the man that talks with facts because I study things. I look into things. I studied land policy and I learned about acquisition. They didn't teach me in university or school. Now I'm telling you about the map of this country. You have River Oti, you have River Pra. These 2 rivers are huge rivers and they're meeting. Okay? They connect to Tano. River Tano is in Techiman. Techiman is the biggest cocoa producer in this country. They're the number 1 region that produces the most cocoa. This tunnel goes all the way to the Ivorian border and Ghana border, where the sea is. So this is a simple dredging canal connection. And then you've gotten water flowing through the country. We need to open up the country. Everyone does it in their country. Singapore, America, everyone. That is
so your point really wasn't necessarily digging. Like people thought you were going to start digging from one seaside towards the Ashanti region. Is the point?
You need water bodies. You need water bodies because they have the path already. It's called ferry. Some of them is called canals. It's there. You Google it, you see.
And
it's
that
in Hamburg.
Nature has already provided.
Yes, it's in Hamburg. It's in different countries. Even Manchester, they brought water there. They dredged and they started bringing ferries with ships. It's very much possible. It's feasible.
It was after the Yantemfa Montemonka Highway no so. Nana Kwame Bediako kuna wegala ni nyina ne se o present ani bisano. Se ohwesania Galamsey ekoso ewo Ghana. Obedi president, what will be the way forward? Ehona Cheddar. Me de mi hu sa Cheddar o keka na dwen say da. Na o kire mu a Ghanaian youth no omo ready because good news.
Well, first of all, I think that I would move all the Chinese out right away because they are heartless and they are hopeless to come into our country and to poison all the water. There are probably hundreds of thousands of them without us knowing because
is it not easier said than done?
Well, just let me say it. If they are in the country and we're not seeing them and they're poisoning our waters, these water bodies are the same water bodies that is feeding the grounds where we're planting our crops and everything. So we eat from this food, and I can guarantee you 10 years from now, some of the kids that would be birthed would have 6 fingers. They'll be blind already because they'll have silence all in their system, and it's poison.
Already happening.
Okay, so now if these people are doing this and they're taking what we have and taking it to their country, all of a sudden, all the waters are brown. Everything is destroying. The first thing I have to do is to stop them. Now, I'm not saying that Ghanaians didn't have Galamseyers already. That's how they were eating. Those people, I would like to bring all of them together. If it's 80,000 of them, I would like to hire them. I would like to employ them. I would like to know how they're doing that job, and I'll put them to a hard rock mining, and I'll give them a KPI that get me 200 tons in 2 years, and we are going to pay you the money. Any money you want, we're going to pay you. That 200 tons, for the first time, Ghana can borrow over 200 billion. Because what you need is gold reserves to borrow. What the country is doing that doesn't make sense to me or anyone outside this country is that you need gold to hedge your currency. They take the gold and sell it every day. They sell it to people and take dollars and then hedge their CD to the dollar. When the dollar, the guy that's giving you the dollar takes the gold to go and hedge their currency to make it stronger. So when you go to England, they have a lot of reserves, and that's why their pound is always strong.
You talk about employing them, or if you have
I will give them jobs.
80,000 youth, you're going to employ
I
them.
will give them jobs.
You know, we exist under a constitution. Are you going to ask for a review of the constitution? Because whatever they have to do with our land, our resources, natural resources, has to, find itself within the confines of our constitution. Will you review the constitution?
It is not about reviewing the constitution. It is about jobs. It is about resources. These natural resources belongs to the state. It does not belong to the government. The people are entitled to make a living out of it. And if it's a region, they're supposed to. Are you telling me that in Takwa there is gold mines, there are all of these things there? Okay? These guys are mining tons of gold and taking it out of the country using our own people. You think those people don't know how to mine already? They will. They do. And they will do it. And I don't need to... Sorry, I know you want to jump, but...
I'm not going to jump.
Yeah, let me just make sure that you're corrected here. What the point I was making is that you need to make use of your human resources, of your mineral resources, and then use that to build your country, to build your people, to build your economy. These three things, if you don't do it, your people will become valueless. If the nation has valueless people, economy doesn't exist. Okay? If the nation is taking every money out of the country to buy things from outside China, everything, your economy will never have a balance. It will not grow.
Great.
Okay? So all of these things that you're saying, I think that I can turn it around, but I don't expect Chinese people to be here extracting from us. I think they should work for us as a country.
Cheddar si on wiye. Na nansen ya you be wan say oh Ghana, almost sorry oh yakwa IMF. Start yenyende. Na Cheddar ni take on Ghana.
Well, I think it's also based on people's personal interest. Borrowing money from outside is never going to build our country. We cannot borrow even 50 billion and use it to build all our roads and give it to every Ghanaian that doesn't have a job or have a job to be paid. It wouldn't take even a year and all the money will run out. Okay? What I think we should stop doing is going to people and begging them for aid. And we should start giving ourselves the aid that we need to build ourselves, which we already have. As you see with the policies of New Force, one of the main things that we're starting with is the 16th Industrial Regional Revolution, meaning that we're going to put businesses, platforms, industrialize every region. Because of that, we have studied every minerals, that the deposits of attributable reserves in every region. These regions that we're talking about, some of them have over 1.7 trillion reserves. It's on the ground. From gold, oil, bauxite, manganese, it's all there. These are deposits. When you look at it, none of them are being manufactured, refined, or industrialized. We are trying to make sure that the 16th region becomes active. Active that every single person that is on this land of this nation, if they ever want a job, there is room for it, because we're going to refine our own resources. We don't need to go out there to borrow money. We need to make money out of what we have around our surrounding, and we need to be able to even export export it to the outsiders. Because if we're only importing goods into our country, then we're sending all our money out to the people that we're importing from. And then trust me, the people will come back and sell these things again in Ghana and take it back to wherever. The money is going into other people's economy. Until we industrialize our country, we will not move forward. It's as simple as that. And I want Ghanaians to understand this. This is how America was built. This is how Singapore was built. This is how Dubai, any country, that even Dubai is a good example that has been built within 46 years. And this is maybe 2/3 of our independent time since we had independence. They have built a whole place, over 3 million apartments, buildings, everything, and it's become the center of the earth. Everyone is passing through there, and they are living very well. I mean, their future is already built. Ghana has that potential to be one of the first developers of their own country in Africa. And I'm telling the nation that Africa's industrial revolution is coming. It's going to be the biggest thing. It's going to be the third world biggest thing. The first was farming, and it was big. The second has been technology, and it's big. The third would be Africa Industrial Revolution.
So in the interview, what Yanana Kwame Bediako, he kept repeating the name Africa, Africa, Africa. Nana presenting will be saying, Cheddar, I then open the use of Africa, Africa, and a cheddar in Musobe, we say. Oh, a man for be spirit, a woman. Nana man for James and why am I spirit? But we many Mahama spirit, and I said, and I has an ayaraga, and also they want mobile.
Well, first of all, I mean, the Prince of Africa is really standing for a continent that has been well undermined, you know, with their capacity and their ability.
And Nana Kwame Bediako is a Prince of Africa.
Of course, Freedom Jacob Caesar, you know that. Nobody else claimed the title. I did, and God put the crown on my head. And no one is taking it from me until I become a king of that, until I become an emperor. I want to, you know, I've lost some great people. The likes of Gaddafi's, the likes of Kwame Nkrumah, the likes of all these great leaders of Africa. Their spirit dwells in me. They live in me. I feel them and they feel me. I understand where they were taking us. I understand what the value that they created within the land that they belong to. The resources, they turn it around. Of course, the Western didn't like that. And the Western would not like this young man sitting in front of you, Entry Boy Siaku. But I'm telling you for sure that I'm here with a purpose to make that difference. I know that we are wealthy. We are rich. We surface the earth, and we are the reason why a lot of countries in this world is built. Without us, there will be a lot of problems. And I know that, you know, the world needs all the lithiums and the cobalts and the oil and the gas and the gold and the things that we have, but we have become victim to our own wealth. We have become slaves to our own wealth because someone takes it from us, polishes it, and come back and sell it ×3, and then have us begging for him to give us money to buy what really belongs to us that is just refined, when we can just refine it ourselves and buy it for a cheaper price and sell it to the world.
So names when I cheddar, Oboboy and a man for James cheddar one yard. Debut into Opaso say Ukadon corner spirit any nimu and answer them. John Evans Fifi Atanos, ne spirit any nimu. Why you Hassan Ayaraga, Ayarakov, Mahama, Nanado Danko akufo-addo, Bawomia, Kennedy, Japan, almost spirit, or decay, acquisition decay, and why you, oh, Alan Kogotra Martin, Alan Cash, the spirit in the moon, and answer Captain Smart and Paul Adumoche, and Kevin Taylor spirit square in the moon. Into debut, me Kojo Black, my spirit to square in the moon. Master was over the video, we did Eddie Kojo Black, Trans GH. Madam Wase. Sabrina Braina Mobile Trends GH for your latest update. Makramo.
On your door fairy tea. Mama Smaka Crabby no mini one day in Komobi. Minia, Sana online no a yet day. This digital marketing near a internet nodo. Bebrain yanko benya hunim zika cra. Now so you throw on them there. Businesses bebray abba. What scam yenenti. It's robi when yenwa yen pede ye take the leap of faith. Map may trap in a plano. Me pedamo just a little overview about this business. Maybe share this business anymore. I wasn't that sure. Say a legit business. Now so me take it the leap of faith. I was so skeptical. But now when they make catro, this business or you legit. Sika boom. Me a many workers say your friend is Sandra. Me your yere. Me sound so ye digital marketing entrepreneur. Now so this business no. There is no experience or qualification needed. Nursing mothers, doctors, nurses, Ejuma be na woye. Woye 2 to 3 jobs, part-time, full-time. You can run this business as a side hustle. Just take the leap of faith. My number na itwe go screen no so. For my number na frame me. And now so say come website no mo. Register within any email address. Na me boa wo senya be wo so be successful.